What's going on, guys? Byron from ETA Wheels, and I've got to replace this connector on my LS2 throttle body. This is my 2006 Cadillac CTS-V. There's a couple of different schools of thought. The first school of thought is that you just cut it, splice in new wires, away you go. I don't really want to do that. I want to take the pins out and I want to repin it into this new plug, which will then be able to lock. So we're going to try it that way. Worst case scenario, I've got the wires, I've got the crimpers, we can just cut and splice, but I'd rather try to do it this way if possible. So there's all kinds of different ones of these on the market. It's just a Depin tool. So what we're going to do is pop the back shell off. So see, it's just a couple different pieces. This is the back shell, this is where the pins go, and then this is what keeps everything aligned, and that just kind of pops off of there. So it's a couple pieces that all work together. You got your gasket in there for watertight seal. So we're going to see if we can't get this to depin. If we're lucky and we can depin it, then we're just going to depin it. So here's the back shell coming out. Break any of these wires. These wires are all vintage 2006. Here in 2020. Pain in the butt to get this factory tape peeled off. This is the tape you definitely want to use when you do this type of thing. You don't want to use the plastic. You don't want to use the plastic tape. If you use the plastic tape, it'll melt. You want to use the high temperature, the coroplast tape. That's what all this cloth stuff is. So that's what you want to use when you do this type of thing. Let's see if we can't get this out. Get this to peel back a little bit, get some room. So I'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, now as you can see, I've got it all apart. I had to peel back the factory cloth tape a little bit. So what you're going to try to do is take the Depin tool here, and you're just going to do this one pin at a time, and you're going to pry back the lock like so, and then pull it out very carefully. Now we're going to want to do this, line this up perfect, and just go pin by pin. If you do it pin by pin, you can't screw it up. See that? Now it's locked in. Now we're going to do the next one. This one right here. Pop the lock back slightly. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt to get it to stay. There we go. Yep, lost it. There it is. Let's do that. There's better tools on the market, I just don't have one. So I'm just going to slightly pry back. It sits in a little groove in there. I'm just going to take it back slightly and slowly. Push it back up a little. Some guys do this with a paper clip, by the way. There it is. Stay. There it is. There it goes. That's it. That. We're just going to move it to, you just want to make sure everything's clocked right. And we're just going to slide it over one. And there it is. See? Now it's locked in. That's it, guys. That's all there is to it. We'll put you back on the time warp. Alright guys, so as you can see, I got all the old pins in the new connector. Let's kind of show you what's going on. You can see how worn that connector is. It doesn't stay locked, so I don't know for sure that it's caused any issues with the running of my car, but it's something that bothers me. So you got to make sure that you line up this wire support in the back. See how it keeps everything nice and spread, just like that. Just line it up. There it is. Take our new top. There you go. Take our lock. Pop the lock. That's it, guys. Just that easy. Push it in until it's seated. Oh, that's not cool. Come on. There it is. That's all there is to it. So that's how you pin and depin a connector. All right. So now we're going to test it. noticed just tapping the throttle a little bit, that it does seem to be a little bit more responsive. So maybe there's something to that. I don't know. We'll see what happens.